Okay, so DJI Mini 5 Pro. Here we go, ready to go. So I'm coming from the Mini 3 Pro. Why do I have to put Pro at the end of everything? It's either Pro or it's Plus or there's a sticker right there to pull off. Open the plastic. Should have seen that. So I come from a Mini 3 Pro. I've got a lot of hours with that drone. It served me very well. Open the box here. Okay, so this is the Fly More combo with the remote control 2. That's the bag for it. Now, it's a lot bigger than previous iterations. I know the Mini 4 Pro had a similar bag to the Mini 3, but this one looks quite nice. It looks like kind of like a lunch bag, but it feels very premium. Okay. Yeah, it feels really premium. Oh, I love the smell of new tech. It's great. All right, so we've got the drone itself. Take that out in a minute. Remote control 2. Now I did have a remote control Pro, but it was the first generation with my Mini 3 Pro, and apparently it isn't compatible with the newer drones, so I did have to pick this combo up with the remote control with the screen. It's got a 1080p display on there, so it saves you time having to set up your phone and all that sort of thing, and you can just pull it out and you're ready to fly. Let's see if you guys can see it there properly. That's it there. It comes with the screw-off thumbsticks, so you can store them away nicely. And this will be the battery pack, I believe. Yeah, it's a little bit, the color's a little bit darker. It's like a dark gray. It's quite nice though. Those are the batteries. Nice and compact. These are just the standard batteries. You can't actually get the Plus batteries in Europe, unfortunately. It looks to be some kind of cardboard thing here. I'm guessing it'll be chargers and... Okay, so we've got extra propellers. USB-C cable. This will be the ND filter pack, which is actually really nice to have. It's nice they include this in the Fly More combos now. Yep, so you've got your ND8, 32 and 128 there. So you can get that nice blurry effect without sacrificing your shutter. So that's really great to have. And it comes in a nice slim box there. You've got your stickers, standard stickers and booklet. Yep, that'll be it. And you can see the bag is quite large. It's got a lot more space than the last iterations. You don't have to take this box with you. You can leave it out. You can have some extra space, I'd say. Then we have the drone itself. Yeah, you've managed to still keep it under 250 grams. It does look a little bit bigger, and they've also got this new guard where it keeps the propellers clamped together as well. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to take this off without breaking anything. Right, so it hooks onto the vents there. Just pull it up, and I'm guessing you just take that off. Okay. And that is the drone. Let me just unfold it for you. These fold that way, this folds backwards, and you can fold them in any order you want. So that's it there. Now on this design, it looks like the front arms are lower than the back arms. I don't think that was the case for my 3. So it does look a little bit different. They've got a new 1-inch sensor. They've got new LiDAR sensors on the front, so it can avoid obstacles easier at night time. You got your USB-C port on the back and SD card, so that's all the same. Batteries in it already. Load it up like that. Oh, it's moving. turns on automatically when you plug the battery, and that's interesting. And it's also got these rear sensors here, so that's handy to have. So that's the Mini 5 Pro. Let's go test it. Okay, so we're out here in the park. I've got the DJI Mini 5 Pro set up just here, and we're going to take it off right here for the first time.
Take off. Home point updated.
So the first thing I notice is it is super quiet compared to the older drones. It barely makes any noise. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, but it's a very subtle whining noise from the propellers. Ooh. Are so pale. So I'm just going to do standard 4K 30 on auto. I'm not going to do D-Log M or anything like that. I'll just show you the raw footage for what you get from a general consumer point of view. Now, a few things about this drone. So they've got a new 1-inch sensor. It's up from the previous model, which is 1/1.3, I think. 50 megapixels, up from 48 megapixels in the previous iteration. It can do 4K up to 120, up from 4K 100 in the previous version. Storage in this is massively upgraded from the last version also. They've gone from 2 gigabytes internal storage up to 42 gigabytes internal storage, which is actually what I'm using today. So I've got no SD card in it. The battery life, on paper, they have 36 minutes for the standard battery, but please note that that is only in photo mode. So we are going to test the battery life today on a full battery. We're going to record it 4K 30 and we'll see how long it goes for. I can't believe how quiet it is. And we will also be testing the obstacle avoidance. Also with the new sensor, they've doubled the ISO range from 6400 to 12,800. So it should perform better in low light. Now what's also good about this new version is they've updated the return to home feature. You can always see the home point on the display. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little H here on the screen there. You can always see where you took off from, which is really handy to have if you lose sight of your drone. Which you shouldn't, by the way. I do not advocate for you to fly the drone without having it in line of sight. Now I'm just going to test the return to home here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly it towards the chateau over there, and we'll see how good it is at returning home. So I'm going to hold the button here.
Return to home.
Now it does show a little bit of a path on the screen as well. Not sure if you can see that. There it comes.
Landing.
Just like that. It's safe and sound. Now what I will say is it's not a very hot day today. It's about 12 degrees Celsius, but the drone has been recording for 4K 30 for about 10 minutes. Now with my old drone, if I did that, the drone would be very hot to the touch, but this seems to be quite cool, so they probably improved the venting as well. Okay, so I have some trees here. I'm just going to test the obstacle avoidance, so we'll get that going. What I love about these mini cameras is it's just so easy to take it out of your bag, set it up, and get flying within a couple of minutes. You're in the air. And of course, having the controller with the screen makes things so much easier. You don't have to get your phone out, put it on a mount, plug it in, connect it to the aircraft. Everything's just ready to go. Now, I'm going to turn the bypass mode on. Now, what I'll also do is turn the active track on, which is what I'm going to test right now as well. Okay, so if I move, it should follow me. Yeah. And I'm going to go towards the trees. We'll see if it bypasses. I do not recommend doing this, testing this, if you don't have any care refresh. I do, so I'm covered if anything should happen. But if you don't have it, just be careful. So I'm going to go around here. Will it dodge the tree? Okay, it went right round the tree. Let's see if it can do it again. It's going behind the tree. It's pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous. But again, I'm covered, so if anything should happen, yeah, it goes right round the tree. Too easy. Now let's see how fast it can track me.
Obstacle detected. Aircraft will temporarily change follow direction.
Okay, pretty good. Goes round the tree, in between the trees. Now I've lost it. I know, here it is, and it's found me again. All right, that works great. That works fantastic. And again, it's pretty quick. Oh, now that was scary. It's quite smart how if I hide behind a tree and it can't see me, it will kind of go around the tree and look for me. Or if it loses me completely and then it sees me again, it goes, oh, there it is, there he is. I'm gonna start following him again. Oh, okay, that was close. Let's see if it will avoid my camera. If we just lower it a bit. I'm putting my life in your hands, DJI, so don't fail me here. So it's not going, oh. Is it gonna go round? Oh, awesome, it went above the camera. Okay. So we're gonna go towards the statue, see what will happen. I'm gonna put active track on. So if I go this way, still following, still following. I'm gonna go behind this statue, we'll see what it does. Oh my God. Very nerve-wracking this test. Gonna go behind the statue again. It's backing up. Now it's lost me. Now I'm gonna go to the other side of the statue, see if it picks me up. Yep, okay, it's grabbed me. That's really good. Okay, so you can do a little bit of a walk and talk with something like this. So you've got kind of your own cameraman if you want. And being that as long as you have a microphone that reaches, or you got a microphone on you, you can do a walk and talk. And yeah, you've got your own cameraman. And being that these minis are so quiet now, you don't lose your train of thought over a loud buzzing noise. So it's great. Okay, so now I just want to do a return to home test. I'm going to place the drone on this manhole cover here. I'm going to send it out over this little garden, and I'll do the return to home button, and we'll see how accurate it can land on the manhole.
Take off. Home point updated.
So again, with this new return to home system, you can always see your home point on the display. It's a little icon, little H. So if you do lose sight of your drone and you lose your bearings, you can always look at the icon and it will tell you what direction and exactly where your home point is.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
So the battery is now low. It's going to
return to home promptly.
It's going to return to home automatically.
Return to home.
So here it comes. just show you. It's got a little green, it's gone now, but yeah, you can see a little green path that it follows. Here it comes.
Landing.
That is pretty spot on. That is pretty spot on. I'd say like 5 centimeters from where it originally took off, but it's bang on. That's awesome. So now we'll do a battery life test. We'll put a fresh battery in. ND filter's on, just clips on, which is handy. My Mini 3 Pro, you would have to take the bezel off and replace the bezel with the ND filter. This one just clips on and clips off, so that's really good to have. Makes things easier. Now, I'm going to try my best to get the exposure right, but it may or may not be a little bit bright or dark. Okay, we're at 97%, so that's basically a full battery. So we've got our shutter locked at 160, 1/60 at 30 frames a second. ND 32 on. Recording. Take off.
Take off. Home point updated.
So we're just going to walk up here. So I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. I'm just going to fly it nice and slow. Flies over the top of me. So the obstacle avoidance is still working, it's just nice. Now we'll go up, try and get a bird eye shot. With the way the camera's set up on the drone, you can also get an upper shot without an angled upper shot without having to see the propellers or the top of the drone. So you can start up and then slowly pan down to get a nice shot. So we've been recording just over 4 minutes. Down to 80%, 82%. So it's doing quite well. So on paper they have, DJI says that you can get 36 minutes, but that is only in photo mode. Yeah, so only in photo mode. And with the Intelligent Plus batteries, they say, where are you going? Make up your mind. You're going to follow me from behind, are you? Okay. With the Intelligent Plus batteries, they say 52 minutes on paper. Unfortunately, you cannot get the Intelligent batteries in Europe. I'm assuming that they know that having those Intelligent Plus batteries, that it will in fact put the drone over 250 grams. Just mentioning the weight there. Their FAA in the US say that there is no leniency if the 250 gram limit is reached. So basically what they're saying is if it is 250 grams or over, then the drone does have to be registered and you will need proper licensing to fly the drone. In Europe, however, they allow a 3% difference. So I believe if it's within 253 or 254 grams, then it is still classified as a CO drone, meaning that you can still fly it without having to license yourself. The wind's picking up a little bit, but the drone's doing really well. So yeah, you don't need any licensing. It's still classified as a CO class drone. So we haven't been doing any fast movements or anything. We haven't been running it in sport mode or in normal mode. Battery is down to 69%, it's a good number. And it's done about 8.5 minutes. Just going to get a nice shot here. So we've gone about, I'd say we're about 50 meters away, and it's still tracking me on the display.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
So I just got a battery low warning, but because we're so far from the home point, it thinks it needs to go right now. But we're just going to see how long we can go. So we're at 18%, we're at 22 minutes. So it's saying low battery. Just going to see if we can run it as long as we can. Alright, we've got some warning sounds happening. Low battery, return to home promptly. Not sure if you can see it on the camera there. It's saying please go home. We're going to stay in the air as long as possible. It's done quite well.
Critically low battery warning.
So we're on 10%, critically low. Not sure what's going to happen now. I'm assuming it's going to land. Hang on, let's see if we can keep it up. See how long we can go for. Still going. I can still move it. It does say it is trying to land. We're on 5%. It's desperately trying to land. I have to keep my finger on the joystick to keep it up. So you do get plenty of warning before the battery starts to run out. If you do need to get it back to the spot you were at. It's going to land any second, I'd say. Or it's going to fall. Guess we'll see. 0% now. It's on 0%. Are we going to go into the negative? It's still on 0. It's still going. How is it still going? I can't believe this. Critical low voltage. Aircraft landing automatically. No. Still going. I cannot believe it's still going. And it's recording as well. We're on 28 minutes. There's definitely some leeway for the battery. If you are low on battery, oh no, it's gone, it's done, it's done. That was it. 28 minutes, about 20 seconds. Good job, little guy, good job. So yeah, if you are worried about your drone running low on battery, that test shows you that it does give you ample warning before it will land automatically. And it's still cold. It's not warm at all. It's got a bit of grass now in its propellers. All right, there you have it. So, what are my thoughts on this drone? I want to go over the improvements first. I'm coming from the Mini 3 Pro, so I did miss a generation, but I do think overall that the improvements are great. It's got a bigger battery. I feel like every iteration that they have, the noise from the drone gets a lot quieter. Having a drone like this that barely makes any noise is always good. The picture quality, again, I feel like every single drone they bring out, the picture quality just improves. It's amazing, even in low light scenarios. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to test the low light, but from what I saw on paper, it's massively improved. The ability to clip on the ND filters rather than take off the bezel, now that is a big plus for me, especially when you don't even know exactly which ND filter you need. You're able to just pop one on, test it, pop it off, put on another one, test it. You can easily pick and choose which one you want, and it only takes a couple of seconds. The extra sensors and the LiDAR sensors, they're a big improvement also. The new return to home feature, that's also great. The ability to see where your home point is on the screen at all times is really handy to have. If you lose your drone, if you lose sight of your drone, you can always see on the screen which direction you came from. But the biggest thing for me, I would say, would be the internal storage. That is a big plus because I am someone who always forgets to sometimes pack an SD card or take it out of my card reader and put it back in the drone. And then I drive to a location and then I would think, oh shit, I forgot my SD card. Going from 2 gigabytes to 42 gigabytes is such a big step, and it's so handy to have. It's probably the best improvement for me. The testing that I did in this video was all done on the internal storage. I did have some issues connecting it to the PC and transferring the footage because sometimes it would disconnect. I did change the cable though, and it seemed to work, so it might have just been a cable issue, but I was trying to use a high transfer data cable and it didn't work very well, but it's probably an issue on my end. But yeah, internal storage, 42 gigs is a big win. The downsides are, I can't really think of any major downsides. The only thing that sucks would probably be the fact that for the US people, it's hard to get, unfortunately, with all of the things happening with China and the US. It's such a shame that these drones aren't easily accessible for you because DJI are the best. They're the best when it comes to drones. They have the best technology, the best innovation. They are leading the market when it comes to drones, in my opinion. The weight controversy at the moment is another thing that sucks for the people in the US because if it's 250 grams or over, you need certain certifications, certain licensing, registering the drone. In the EU, it's not such a big deal because they give a bit of leniency, but 250 grams and over is a huge deal for people in the US. The fact that they aren't able to keep it under 250 grams sometimes is a bit of a shame. I'm not exactly sure how much mine weighs. You know what? I'm gonna weigh it. Let's weigh it. Got my trusty old scale here. Okay, so mine is 253 grams. 253 grams. If I was in the US, my drone would basically, I mean, it would be allowed, but I would have to get it registered. I need licensing and all that sort of blah, blah, blah. So it's a shame that like they're not transparent about it. They put it on paper, 249.9, which is weird because they're so specific, like 0.9, and yet there's units out there like mine that's, you know, 3 grams extra. Like, why is that? Why can't they get the weight right when they've had it right in the past, but they can't get it right now? I know that they're putting on new sensors, better batteries, the LiDAR sensors, new technology, all that sort of thing. It's just, it's a shame. It really, yeah, for the general consumer, the minis were the go-to. Even for pro creator people, it's such a handy drone to have when it's so small, compact, easy to travel with. And now the drone that a lot of people rely on to get pro level footage, they're going to need to go through a lot more steps to be able to use it. So that's a shame. Also the battery, the Plus battery, unfortunately is not available in the EU, which that kind of sucks as well. Although it will put the weight over the limit, but let's be honest, how many people are enforcing the weight here? I've personally never been asked to fly my drone down and have it weighed. It never happens. So should you upgrade from the Mini 4? I would say if you do a lot of low light work, it's probably worth it. It's got double the ISO range, so you can get better shots in low light, higher quality, and the internal storage. If you're someone like me who forgets the SD card sometimes, the internal storage is such, I cannot overstate this enough, such a lifesaver. Like honestly, it's the biggest upgrade for me personally. So yeah, if those two factors are a thing for you, you should probably get this one. If you're coming from a Mini 3 Pro, you should definitely upgrade. If it's your first drone that you're buying, this is hands down by far the best on the market that you can get for a consumer level drone. It's light, easy to travel with, easy to set up. It only takes a couple of minutes to get it out of your bag, get it set up, get in the air and start recording. It's the best drone out there in my opinion. So yeah, overall I think it's DJI, they're going in the right direction with this, and this will definitely be my go-to drone from now on. All right, if you like the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those sorts of things. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next one.